Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be drawing some dude, I don't know, he's gonna have a giant coat on. And that's all that I decided. So yep, we're gonna just get to drawing it. Go ahead and make ourselves a little sketch. Give this guy some regular looking proportions. I'm gonna make sure to give him sleeves too, so I don't have to add too much muscle to him whatsoever. Because, well, I'm not good at that. Alright. We'll deal with below the knee later because of, well, me sucking at it. We'll go ahead and put his shoulder there and this one a little farther back because he is bent a bit like that. That circle right there is terrible. Alright, we'll also give him a head, which is at about 3/4 view of this way. It's also terrible, but I mean, we just need the general shapes down, so it's okay. Okay, now we gotta get his arms. How are his arms gonna be? Well, I think we're gonna put his arm about like this. Is that too long? How long are his arms? How long are my arms? My arm goes about to my side. My elbow stops about there. He's a little too tall and not wide enough. We'll try to widen him a little bit. I don't know how well widening him is gonna work, but we'll try. And we'll shorten him too. But his arm is... yeah, it's fine. But I do think I am going to accidentally cut his hand off, unless I bring his hand up here. There we go. Which, that's not perfect position or anything, but you know, whatever. We just need something down quickly. Alright, this arm is obviously way too skinny, but yet again, I do not give a single shit. Hand. And this hand would be like a normal hand. Yep, like that. Alright, perfect. He's a little too big, so we're going to fix how big he is by erasing the entire thing and redrawing it, but slightly different this time, so it's more proportionally correct. Alright. We'll go ahead and start up here, just so it's a little more correct. His neck's probably not going to be that big, but you know, whatever. His arm will go right out to here. I'm not going to bother actually giving him really muscles because I'm going to put clothes on him, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to make sure it's proportionally correct enough. Right. There's his perfect arm. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's fine. That one's even worse, but also it's fine. His arms are too long. We'll deal with it in a bit. This is gonna look wrong. I can already tell he's gonna look proportionally wrong. His pants are gonna be right here, so he'll have to split his legs. Well, then his legs are gonna be really small. Look at that. We'll widen this, make his legs bigger. Give him bigger legs. We still want his Like sweep pick down here, do a knee. Well, that's the top half is the entire size of his body. That's not gonna work. We need to cut it about, maybe just like one circle higher, so about there-ish. You can just stay there for now. And then we'll just go ahead and put the cab right here. It doesn't really matter. Alright. This body looks incredibly wrong. How are we going to get that to look right? Well, we're going to try to make it better, but before we do that, I do want to just add more of a head shape, because, well, I think he needs more of a solid head shape before we can do that. Yep, alright. That's not a good head shape, it's just better than what the other one was. Now, I'm going to erase it yet again. I don't want to, but we're going to. Shut up. Alright. Oh, there goes the line. Alright. We got a new addition to the family today. He's orange. He's an even smaller mechanical pencil. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and try to get this body a little bit more proportionally correct. Let's go ahead and give him a tank top. Well, we might have to raise his arm now, but you know, that's fine. It's whatever. Alright. I think we're gonna actually take that inner line that I just did as a more permanent one. Oh shit. Oh, I think I just broke this. Give it to me. There's a little plastic piece that comes on, that's supposed to be on these erasers. Oh shit. Alright, there's the plastic piece. There we go. Let's just remember to not pull these things. We'll just bite the broken piece of the eraser off. There we go. Alright. That's good enough. That's, I feel like worse, but whatever. Right, so we're going to need to give, since this is a tank top, it's going to be pretty wrinkly. So we're gonna give it, this is still wet. That's gonna ruin the paper. Alright, we're gonna give it some wrinkles right here. Maybe we'll switch to lime real quick so we can draw these wrinkles. We're like trying to get it to catch around where the pants are, but look correct. If we like do it wrong, it's gonna look weird. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Is it really? This part looks real fucking bad. So we're gonna try to make that a little bit better, you know? That looks not so good, but we're just gonna leave it for now because of we can. And we're gonna try to get this wrapped around to the other side and try to draw this side of the shirt. Alright. Then do a line right there. Then this is relatively straight. Like, I mean, it should be, because it's just his chest, or that part's like the part that's tensioned because it's on his chest, motherfucker. go. This is definitely not going to be my best drawing. I can already tell because the base that it's going off of isn't the best, but you know, that's fine. This tank top and the body shape ain't even the main focus that I was trying to accomplish with this drawing anyways. I'm trying to put a cloak or a cape or whatever, long jacket or something on him. I just kind of wanted to draw a character with one of those. So like, that's what the point of this drawing is. All right. Yeah, these are all fine. Just trying to add some wrinkle lines, you know. Yeah, those are out of place, but we'll leave them for the moment. Put this thing back on my arm. We might take it off if it keeps annoying me. Well, that's too much. I just assumed that wouldn't be out that much. Right. We're going to give him some pantaloons. Just a little bit of pantaloons at the moment. Just something we can sort of build off of later. Okay, yeah, I do like this pencil, but it's too small for adding just regular details. That's definitely going to be very nice for adding the smaller details, though. Great. Yep, there we go. There's a little bit of bunching and shit, which is probably important on jeans. I don't fucking know. I don't wear jeans. I don't know how people wear jeans. They ain't comfortable. There's a freaking bug trying to fly on my light. How did you get in here? Where'd you come from? I mean, probably the living room. And probably from outside. Alright, cool. What next? I feel like I should actually make this like come in more, like this whole thing. I feel like I should lean in more. I could have erased that with that one, but I didn't want to. Alright. Let's go like that a little bit. Erase some of this. Go like that, go like this, go like that, go like this. Beautiful. Is it really? It's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. Good enough for me to not fucketh with it. I was saying that, but I was really just finishing the thought because I'm gonna fucketh with it. Alright, that's good enough for now. We got part of the jeans started. My sleeve keeps coming all the way up on my arm. That is not matter for the drawing. I just wanted to state it because it's annoying me. Alright, now that we have all this started, I want to see how long that took. 14 minutes. I think this actually looks pretty good. It looks better than I thought it was going to look. I can already tell you the head's going to be annoying to draw. But that's not going to matter. I'll use cheddar so it's easy to erase. Maybe I'll grab that smudgy pencil that I don't like that much. We'll go ahead and we'll do two things. Give him a little bit of a neck and some like room, like a collar on there. Alright. I don't actually want to draw the head just yet because I'm lazy. So the neck's gonna look off. Give me something with an eraser, thank you. We're just gonna erase it a little bit. And we're going to move on to the arms because, well, the arms are kind of important. That's what it rests on. it being the cloak coat jacket thingy. I don't know what it is, I just want it to be flowy. Alright, this will be where it connects. We'll kind of put it like right there next to the armpit. It's gonna go down before woofing out, going like. There we go. Raise that just a tiny bit. We'll want to whip it like that. That's not as magical as I want it to be. It's not meant to be magical. I'm just meaning like not quite how I want it to be. I'm going to wrap it around this part of the body, which is kind of why I stopped that there, because this is going to be wrapping around the body. I can actually just put that there because this is going to be like that. And then we can connect that to the arm, but we're not going to draw the arm just yet because of I'm lazy. Alright, well, should we give him a little bit of a collar? We should give him some bit of a collar because, well, there's got to be at least some room up there. And we'll give him a bit of a shoulder, too. Like a bit of a shoulder pad, sort of, but it's not really a shoulder pad. It's just where a shoulder would be. We might get rid of that, but it doesn't look terrible, but I think it's going to look worse with the drawing actually in there. Now, we'll erase this. Now, how are we going to make this look like it's more in the wind, more magically windy? I don't like it. I'm like trying to add like bumps in it to make it more interesting, but honestly, I think the best course of action might just be to whip it like that. Maybe what if I, right there, I'll start from here, and we'll windy it. Alright. It's okay. That's good enough, I think. Alright. We'll go ahead and just put some arm there. Actually, the arm would probably be about there. It really doesn't matter too much at the moment, though. We'll keep it blank until we actually put an arm on here. We'll also have to make sure to hatch it to make sure it's a different color. But how are we gonna draw the rest of this, you may ask, and I will also ask that exact same question. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't really plan ahead. I just knew I wanted to draw a cloak on this man, or a jacket, or I just wanted to put some fabric in the wind. So, well, we're going to try to do that. If that's where the hand's going to be, we'll go ahead and give him... I almost said a collar. We'll go ahead and give him one of those. Bring a hand out of it. Alright, we'll maybe draw the hand. I don't even know if I'm going to. Are we going to want to give this thing cuffs? Nah, let's not give it cuffs, but we will give it wrinkles where we can. We're going to want to go like that. It's starting to bend here, so we're going to want to add some bends, and then right here is where the real bend's going to be. Yep, that's a skinny-ass arm. We're going to lay on the floor, completely losing our reference because I can't see it now. But that's fine because, well, we weren't really using it. We had the pose, and that was about it. Just felt like this was a good pose for a cloak, so I keep calling it a cloak, but I think of it, it's more like a jacket. that's fine. We'll go ahead and go like this. And this will connect to the cloak, which will be fine and all. And this will go like this and blow out, because it's also being blown by the wind, you know. Then I'm gonna bring this all the way down here. That, maybe. I don't like those curves that I accidentally gave that. It's just the curve on my wrist. That's why I actually like drawing curves against the curve on my wrist, because I feel like I can control them better, because the curve of my wrist takes over control of the curve of this stuff. But you know, that's fine. So that's how we're gonna do that. And then this is gonna would curve like this. So it would be like that. I did want to draw it down there because of it looked cooler, but then I feel like it wouldn't look right if it was all the way down there. Maybe if I just put it here. Yeah, that might look a little better. So let's go ahead and grab our eraser, erase some of that shit, shove it back on the little holder I have on it so it doesn't get stuck to the carpet. I can't just put oh, my elbow. I am fully laying on the ground now. Alright. I could very easily accidentally show my face now. It's okay. I really don't care. Not really hiding it. Pretty sure it's somewhere on my channel, actually. Alright. There we go. There's some wind. Crawl our way over because we're literally laying on the ground. There we go. Get some lines and some lines. Maybe a couple folds in here, but mainly over this way, like with the wind, I mean. Okay, we probably won't keep these little fish folds. That's what I call those ones, because they kind of look like fish sometimes when you make the tails too long. But this fold we can keep. Right. Let a fold there and there back there. But now we're going to need to connect that side. Let me look at the reference, see how his arm goes. Alright. So we're gonna, he's kind of got like an armpit, you know. So we've got to darken that bit a little bit, but like, that's good, that's good. Alright. Pull ourselves back up here. Grab our eraser. Erase this shit, because that shit's supposed to connect. I just didn't do a very good job at doing that. Alright. Now, on to this arm. This arm is too skinny, but I don't want to redraw it. That's the reason this arm's going to be too skinny. Is because I don't want to redraw it. We'll go ahead and I guess we can crease it from over here. Then we gotta add some creases, but you know, that's fine. It's not a lot of work to add creases. Okay. Alright, still laying on the floor. I hope the audio is not bad from me being on the floor. The audio might also be bad because there's an echo in my room now. But I don't think the echo is... I don't think it's terrible, so I don't think it'll pick up on the recording. But I could be wrong. There we go. Make that a little smaller. There goes my reference. It's dead. That's fine. We don't need a reference to draw this arm. Maybe we do, but losers use reference. Didn't I literally just learn my lesson yesterday from trying to draw without a reference? Just trying to draw clothes without a reference. Couldn't fucking get it to look right. Now I'm doing the exact same thing I did yesterday. What's different about today, though? I don't know. Guess I understand a cloak slightly better than a fucking school uniform, I guess. Which, I mean, would make not too much sense. I don't know. I've only drawn not a ton of coats, but I've drawn a shitload of fucking school uniforms. Alright. That's skin right there. I hope I remember that when I do the tiny linies, which I haven't actually done tiny linies in like a long time. I just haven't really had time. Like, I can't scroll through the pages because then I'll have to move the sketchbook, but all my previous or recent drawings have not been tiny lineified. Alright. We're gonna need to add a cuff. That's a terrible cuff. Let's try to do this with our right hand. We'll go ahead and round it like that there, yeah. That looks good. Alright. There we go. That's one perk of knowing how to write with your right hand. When in doubt, draw with the other hand if you can't get space over here. Got way too much time on my hand. I was able to use my right hand. Teach myself how to do that. You know how much stuff I could have learned, like in art? At least could have practiced figure drawing a little bit more. Alright. Yet again, don't know if I'm going to draw the hands, but you know, it's an option. I like hands, and I think I will enjoy drawing them a lot more once I understand them a bit better and draw them more. But as it stands, I'm not necessarily the best at drawing them whatsoever, so I don't really like drawing them too much. Alright, those wrinkles kind of suck ass, but we're gonna just deal with it because we can. I mean, we're all adults here. I'm not an adult. I'm pretty sure I actually do have a mostly adult viewer base though, which is kind of funny. I got a mostly female and mostly adult viewer base. Not what I was expecting whatsoever. I was expecting mostly guys, and I was expecting mostly teenagers. But also, I guess I was expecting that stuff when I originally created this as a coding and gaming channel. As you can clearly see, that is no longer the case. I still do plan on putting coding things and gaming things on this channel. This has kind of enveloped my entire life. for the moment, so this is what we do now. Alright, the jeans are next, and then it's going to be his head. I don't have any references for the hair, so we're going to be winging it for the hair. I guess I can just try to animeify the hair that this guy's got, but that doesn't usually go too well when it's not girl hair. I understand how to draw girl hair, but I don't understand how to draw guy hair when it comes to anime. Alright, let's go ahead and try to add some wrinkles in here. I'm really not good at drawing jeans. And because I think that I'm really not good at drawing jeans, it's gonna end up worse, and I'm going to accept a worse result than I would normally do, which isn't something I want to do. I'm aware of it, at least, which doesn't really help too much, but I do know the problem, so I can at least work on it eventually. It's just gonna take one really good drawing of jeans that I've done that's gonna change my mind and make me be like, oh, I like drawing jeans. But I have yet to do that yet, so. I've drawn some pretty okay jeans. The last jeans that I drew actually looked pretty decent, but they still weren't exactly up to par of what I wanted. But I mean, none of my drawings are really up to par of what I wanted. I think they look really good, but they're not what I want. But I mean, I can't get what I want because none of them have color. But that's fine, because I can start coloring soon. Gotta steal my sister's colored pencils, but I can start coloring soon. How many more times do you think I'm gonna say that I'll start coloring soon before I actually start coloring? I think it's going to be until I start drawing digitally again. I don't know. Alright, there. It's looking decent enough so far. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll on my channel asking if I should do some painting. Because I was thinking about trying some painting out. I have no idea how to paint. Don't watch people paint or anything. I'm not even a huge fan of paintings. Like most paintings, I'm not really a huge fan of. But I kind of want to do it. It kind of looks fun. So, you know, like, I'm going to do a poll asking if I should do a painting video. My room's big enough to paint in now. This should just be clean line. This should be the wrinkly one. Alright. Yeah, the bottom right there is kind of shit. Can't accept it. Don't accept it as a bad drawing just because you think you can't draw it. Come on, come on. Just because you've never really drawn super good ones before doesn't mean that you can't draw good ones now. Just because you haven't done something doesn't mean you can't. Alrighty, those pants are definitely too long. I should have cut them off about there, but that's fine. Because I really don't want to draw shoes. Also, I think that this is a little too curved. I was trying to like curve it to his thigh, but just because of how I drew everything else, it makes it look a little off. Okay, now on to the other one. How are we going to do the other one? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to need to add a lot of wrinkles. Because, well, jeans apparently have a lot of wrinkles. I am looking at this guy's jeans. I'm not trying to replicate or like copy where all of his lines are on this guy's jeans. I'm just kind of generally observing how the jeans fold. I totally thought jeans just didn't fold. That's probably why I drew them wrong a lot, is because I was under the impression that they didn't fold. But apparently they do fold. So, you know, the more you know. Alright, this video is going to be a kind of long one, so I think I'm definitely going to time-lapse drawing the head. But I will keep talking until I activate that time-lapse. Right. Okay. That looks pretty good. Definitely could use some work there. I definitely won't copy all those lines right there, but it doesn't look bad. It's definitely not like the most amazing thing I've ever drawn in my entire life or anything. But it looks pretty good. Okay, let me see how long this is. It's been 36 minutes, so yeah, we're definitely gonna time-lapse the head, and I will be back then. Alrighty, that took me 24 minutes. I could not draw that head for some reason. Jesus Christ, I do not know why. I gave him a pumpkin head. This is now Banana Man. But I think the pumpkin looks fine. It's a little too short, and yeah, that's about it. It's a little too short. Maybe too many lines, but still looks good. Yeah, I don't have time to do the tiny linies either. I ran out of time. But I will do them tomorrow. See ya.